Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this video we are going to talk about VECHAIN. And if you remember, in the previous update we were right in here, and the idea was that unfortunately in this area we are having a 1 2 3 4 5 wave down, followed by that most likely an ABC on the upside, a corrective movement, which means overall in this region we are having a bit of a bearish setup, suggesting our move down is going to continue a bit more. So what happened? As you can see, we did continue our move on the downside, unfortunately, and I have a feeling that this move down may not be necessarily over. And from this point, I believe we can argue maybe this is a 1 2 3 4 5 wave up, and then correction is structured down. And let's go on 5-minute time frame, zoom out a bit more. Okay, and as you can see in here, we may have also another impulsive structure on the upside, and well, on a higher degree, these might be the subwaves for an A, B, C zigzag and not an impulse, generally suggesting our move down in VECHAIN once more is going to continue. Now, again, I want to be very clear. I don't mind a continuation of this move down in VECHAIN as long as we're not going to take this important low down here about, let's say, 1.9 cents. Why is that? Because if we take this low at that point, we're going to say this is an ABC zigzag up starting from the lowest low and not an impulsive structure, which means, okay, we cannot be at that point bullish in VECHAIN with a lot of confidence, and we should consider the possibility of having a continuation of this move in order to also, unfortunately, take the lowest low down here as well, about, let's say, 1.3 cents. So let's hope that we're not going to take this low, and soon we're going to get a very strong bounce back and continue the uptrend. And at that point, I am able to tell you maybe this is 1 2 followed by that another 1 and 2, but on a lower degree, indicating in VECHAIN we are going to have a massive bull run. Now let's talk about also moving averages, because I saw this one on Twitter and they said we are having a death cross in daily time frame, which is basically a bearish cross between the 50 and 200-day moving average. Now, is this a bad sign? Yes, it can be, but I do not believe that moving averages are going to work all the time. For example, let's go around here. Here is a death cross right in here. And what happened? We did get maybe like another 5% move down, but after it, we got a very strong bounce back, which caused a golden cross in here, and then we went up a bit. But then again, this didn't really do the job, and we got a very strong downtrend in here. Here is also another example. We did get kind of a death cross in here, and this did not work at all. Do we have some more examples? Yes, I guess this can be one. We got a golden cross in here, followed by that we didn't really get a lot of upward price action. Instead, we got a very strong move on the downside. So please take moving averages crosses with a grain of salt, because I do not believe they are going to work all the time. And in the current case that we are having, I believe as long as, again, in VECHAIN we're not taking these lows about $1.9, we can comfortably ignore this death cross. If we take the lows, okay, that is going to be a bit of a different story, and at that point we are going to bet a bit more on a continuation of the move down rather than having a very strong bounce from the current areas. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in VECHAIN's chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.